children to the English session for 7th standard. Hope you are all fine during this lockdown period. Yes? Okay. Today in prose, we are going to see about Idga. First lesson in prose is Idga. It is written by Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand, and this is again translated by Uma Raman. Uma Raman. It is an interesting story. You listen to it so that you can know the story easily. It has 3 sections. We'll see one by one section what happened, Idga, how they are celebrating, what is happening in section 1, section 2, section 3, one by one. Okay, in section 1, we are going to see about how the nature is welcoming the Eid, how the nature is going to welcome the Eid. The early morning, the morning of Eid is looking the trees are looking green, the field more festive, the sky has a lovely pink glow, and the sun is looking brighter and more dazzling. Dazzling means extremely bright. Dazzling means extremely bright, very bright. And because welcoming, everything is becoming very brighter to welcome this world, the Eid. To wish the world the Eid. Okay. Now, next the villagers, looking at the Eid, to celebrate this Eid, the villagers and the children, especially the boys, are very much excited. The villagers are excited, are getting up early to go to the Eidgah, and the children are excited, they are taking their treasuries out of their pockets, recounting it again and again. The boys, there are some characters in this. They are Mahmud, then Muhsin, next is Noore and Sami. These are the friends of main character is Hamid. The main character here is Hamid and his granny, old granny. Her name is Amina. These are the main characters seen in this story. Okay, in the story, especially these boys are more excited. They are taking the treasury which they were expecting from long before. They were thinking about this day, and finally the day has come. They are counting the treasuries out of their pockets, counting again and again, recounting it. This Muhammad boy is counting that he has 1, 2, 3, has got 12 coins. Then Muhsin is counting again 1, 2, 3, as having 15 coins. And now they are going to buy with that coins, they are going to buy countless things like rubber balls, paper, pipes, toys, sweets, like that they are going to buy, and more things they are going to buy with this coins. So they are very much excited to wish going to Eid. Next, Hamid, the main character Hamid, he was a boy of 4-year-old. He is a boy of 4 years old, and he is the happiest among all. His father died due to cholera last year. His mother also died. He was brought up, taken care of now by his old granny Amina. So, when old granny Amina, she was only taking care of. But she used to tell that his father has gone to earn money and mother has gone to Allah to get gifts for him. So this boy was especially very happy about it. Though he was he had no shoes to wear, his cap on his head was torn. Soiled means, there is a word soiled. The soiled meaning means dirty, tattered. That word is used, soiled and tattered means dirty. Tattered means torn. So his cap on his head was soiled and tattered. That means dirty and torn. And though he was soiled and tattered, and he was very happy because he knew that his father would bring sacks of silver and his mother would bring gifts for him. And he was so very happy, and he will have more than this Muhammad, Muhsin, Noore, and so he was very happy, thinking he will get more than these boys. Next, about Amina, his old granny, she was very sad. on this day of Eid, Amina was very sad because she didn't have even a handful of grains. And she was very sad that if his father or his son would be there, he would have, this Eid would have been in a different way. So she was very sad. This old granny, Amina, was sad because on this day of Eid, even she did not have even a handful of grains. If his son was there, it would be a different kind of Eid. So she was sad that he had to send Hamid all alone to the fair. All other children would come with their father, while this Hamid had to go all alone to the fair. So she was very sad. But this boy told, I will go and come back early. Don't worry. Like that he was studying. Then he left to the fair. After that he left with other boys. He was he was a one with as if he had wings on his feet. He was very eagerly going everywhere, jumping and going. He was the first to reach under the tree, and he reached the suburbs of the town. Finally, then on both sides of the roads there were trees. There were houses, big houses of rich, and there were gardens like mango, lychee, full of fruits. And finally at the street they reached the place, there were stores of sweets. The sweets were arranged and piled in heaps, filled with piles in heaps to full of sweets. Everywhere there were in every stores they were filled with sweets. They reached that place. Okay, that is the end of this first section. Section 2. Now soon the roads, now it became crowded. People were crowded in that road, Idgah road. People were crowded, and the villagers were especially full of this village people. The village children, from the village, they were looking at with wonder at a town. Whatever they see, they looked at wonder. They gave, meaning stared. Some were coming in tongas, ikas. Tongas means a light horse drawn two-wheeled vehicle. Ikas also a small vehicle with two-wheeled, pulled by horse. So people were coming in tongas and ikas. And they were these boys, village boys, children coming and gazed at whatever the sight they see in the town. Okay. Then after they are coming to the view of Idgah. After reaching the view of Idgah, there were row and row of worshippers coming as far as they could see. There were worshippers line, a very long line. The newcomers come and joining that line. So there was row of worshippers. Finally the prayer was over. The men embraced each other. Embraced means embraced, to accept something eagerly. So men embraced each other, and they were going to now they are descending towards the toys and toy vendor and toys and sweet stalls. Like that they are moving. Then the children are going. There were so many merry-go-rounds. There were merry-go-rounds, about 25 merry-go-rounds were there for 1 paise. For 1 paise there were 24 merry-go-rounds. The children were eager to go mounting on the wooden elephants, horses, camels. So the Muhsin, Muhammad, the characters, they were moving to go towards the rounds. But this Hamid, the boy who is having only 3 paise, he was having 3 paise, and he could not, he could not spend such money to spend for this more miserable rounds. So he was watching in a distance. They were playing and he was watching in a distance. He did not go for the rounds. And finally this ride and all was over, and the children came. Next it was a turn to buy for moving to the toy stall. Toy stall. It was filled with, there were many kinds, rows of stalls were there for toys. In that there were soldiers, milkmaids. These were the toys names: soldiers, milkmaids, kings, ministers, then washwomen, holy men. Like that, so many toys they kept, and many more toys were kept in the stalls. So in that Hamid here, as usual, he had only very little money. He was not able to buy such expensive toys. His friends, Muhammad bought some toys. He bought a policeman with a khaki. He was wearing a red turban on his head and is having a gun on his shoulder. That was a toy bought by Muhammad. And Muhsin bought a toy called, which one is Muhsin bought a toy water carrier, and Noor brought a lawyer. So these are bought, and they finally he was eager to look at the toys, but he could not buy because it is expensive. He was looking at the toys eagerly, but it will broken. If it is broken, what he will do? Like that he was worried. If the color would fade, if it is fall down means, then if it is fallen, it will break. And so he was looking at the toys eagerly to have a touch over it. And finally they are moving towards they are moving towards next sweet shop, sweet stall. Many of them were buying sweets like sesame seed candy, halwa, gulab jam, like that. They were buying many one, but he could not buy. He did not buy sweets also. Finally they are moving, finished. They buy something. They smacked their lips with relish. That is, they are enjoying that sweets. Everything they enjoyed except this. Hamid was left alone. Okay. Yes, that's all. This is the end of the second session. In the third session, now we are going to see, next to the sweet shop, now we are going to see about some hardware shop and jewelry shop. Now in the hardware and jewelry shop, the next all the children left. Looking at this hardware and jewelry shop, they left, but Hamid stayed back. It occurred to him that his granny needs some pair of tongs. It is necessary because she used to burn her fingers when cooking chapatis. So it will be useful for her. So he decided to buy a pair of tongs. And he went to the shopkeeper and asked what is its cost. He told it cost 6 paise, but he had only 3 paise. So finally, what is the correct price, he asked. He told he will give him for 3 paise. He will give for 5 paise. And so again he asked whether he will give for 3 paise, but he was afraid and he ran away from the place. But the shopkeeper called him and gave this pair of tongs for that 3 paise. He took it with credit in his shoulders, showing to his friends that it looks like a gun. He was placing it in his shoulder and he is moving towards his friends. And finally Mohisen asked, "Are you crazy? Why you are doing why do you buy this pair of tongs? What are you going to do with these tongs?" That time he replied, he threw his tongs to his ground, and he replied, can you throw your water carrier on the ground? Try, he is asking. It will break. Then again Muhammad is asking, are these tongs any kind of toy? Like that, this Muhammad is asking. That time he is telling, why not? If you place it in a shoulder, it looks like a gun. When you place it in your hand, it is like a musical instrument played by some monks, singing monks, like that. Then he is telling, and is carrying it proudly and coming. Then finally, after that, he is finished and he is going. His one boy named Sami. He is having a tambourine. He bought a tambourine for 8 paise. That boy is coming and asking, "Can you exchange this for that tongs? I need that. I will give you this tambourine." That time he is telling, "No, I cannot." Like that he is telling, and finally they are leaving the place. Each one is leaving to the houses. At 11 o'clock, each one is reaching their house. When coming to his house, when this granny is hearing his voice, he is coming. She is running and coming, and she is picking him up and kissing Hamid. Old granny is kissing Hamid, and he is bringing him inside the house. And seeing this pair of tongs in his hand, he is asking. Granny is asking, "Why did you buy this? Where did you get this tongs? Why did you buy?" That time he is telling, "I bought this tongs for 3 paise." That time this granny is asking, are you stupid? Why do you buy this pair of tongs? You just noon, you didn't have even your lunch or anything, you didn't eat. Why did you buy this? Instead of that, you would have buy some better thing. Instead of buying this pair of tongs, you would have bought some better things. Why did you buy this? That time, in an injured tone, this Hamid is telling, you burnt your finger with when you are doing chapatis, you burnt your finger in the iron pan. So I bought this. That time, this old granny was moved deeply, and she was moved deeply with this selfless Hamid, and she started crying. For this rich woman means with the unhappy state of this woman, for her this pair of tongs was as precious as a sack of silver. That is the end of this third session. Hope you all understood this content in these 3 sections, which is a very easy and simple story. We'll ask some evaluation questions. Okay, who are the characters? Who are the friends of Muhammad? Mahmud, Mohisen, Nore, and again one character Sami. Okay, then what they are eager to celebrate in this they are going to celebrate Eid. Okay, then what did this Hamid buy for his old granny? How much money did he have in his hand? He had 3 paise, and with the 3 paise he was going to buy for his granny a pair of tongs. So here tong means an instrument to hold, hold hot things. That's all for today's session. Hope you all understood very clearly. Meet you soon in another session. Till then, take care, stay home, stay safe.